60 kilometers back, and I don't think I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be some wall painting on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling just really, really terrible right now. I don't want to even look for a toilet around this place, though. So, Serpents today, Winston and I have actually just drove, I would say about 60, yeah, he is here, he's not lying. About 60 kilometers outside of the city because we were told that we are gonna go see an ancient village. Winston's on navigation with the cell phone between his legs. This is a shit town, dude. This is like awful. It's been very dangerous to get here, and we are on our way, I think. Is this the right way? Okay, next turn left. Let's see. It's very atmospheric. The smells are very, how to say? Oh, yeah, because I love fecal matter in the road and open sewage. Now, my father-in-law is actually a professional photographer. And the cool thing about him is he always gets to find the really, really awesome places in China for me to go visit. And he knows I like to take videos. He takes photos. So he always shows me some really, really cool stuff. So this time he said, hey guys, about 60 kilometers out, meet me for lunch. I'm gonna show you this epic, amazing ancient village, right? See, the surrounding house is actually, the one that we're in, is clearly a successful man owns this. It's quite the mansion, actually. It's much bigger than my house in America, that's for sure. Crazy. Things are massive, eh?
Follow me. Yeah, follow me. Wow, never die. This old dude loves his jackfruit. What you're noticing there is that this guy's eating peanuts off the floor, which have been drying in the sun. Hey Seamilk, what's it like to eat peanuts off the floor?
It's kind of dirty, but I kind of like it. It's freeing.
This is turning my stomach.
You know what it tastes like? You know what that tastes like? A cow's stomach. So I have been impressed in the past by the few and far in between villages that I've seen that he's introduced me to. But I gotta be totally honest with you, the majority of them end up being like this. 50年代, huh? These are from the 1950s, ancient tech.
Yeah.
I think my grandpa's house was built in the 20s. Now we ended up coming to this place, and I'll cut to some B-roll or maybe do a little pan of this place. This is what 90% of villages in China look like. Now, whether you find this impressive or not is up to you, but the thing that I find really disappointing is actually, when they say ancient village, we found out that most of these buildings, and the old ones I'm talking about, were made in 1955. 1955. Now, my grandfather's house was made in the 1920s and certainly is in better condition than this. And number two, there's not a whole lot of history here, right? There's not a whole lot of stories being told, and no one actually lives here. No one actually lives here. They've actually just built these huge soulless buildings, as Winston was talking about earlier, and they're just really, really ugly. So if you are coming to China, to rural China, to have your like Orientalist fantasy, and you're gonna be, you know, walking across the Great Wall and going into these ancient dwellings and things like that, they do exist, absolutely, and you can have the adventure of a lifetime here in China, but the majority of it is derelict buildings that are not actually that old. They look a little bit old, I guess, and then renovated buildings that are kind of replacing it, and all the young people leaving these towns to go to the cities as well. So I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. Okay, so we found, look at this. It's pretty nice. Whoa, that's weird as hell, isn't it? What's that building over there? It's insane how like a fetid pool of waste, and I'm not saying human waste, I'm just saying like just disgusting litter everywhere, and fumes and open sewage and traffic accidents. Literally 2 seconds and then you're here.
Yeah.
And it's quiet.
And nice, yeah.
And nice. Mm.
This is when you you know, you don't try to force all this industry
Right.
on the local farmers. You get this beautiful countryside.
It's true.
But you go in there where they're trying to force all this, like these high rises and all these buildings, and it's just gross.
As someone who grew up in the countryside, it's kind of a nightmare over there. Now, even though that China in the villages, it can be a little bit disappointing if you're looking for things like relics and history, the thing that's really, really cool is that it's typically a nice, quiet break away from the hustle and bustle and unbelievable noise and renovation that happens in the cities. So, to be honest, one of the best ways to get out there is to get on a motorcycle like we do. And actually, we just shot an episode kind of in this area about leftover women of China. So if you're interested in that, go check out our video on ADV China. And that's youtube.com/ADV China. Thank you so much, Laowinners, and I'll catch you on the next one.